r/AskReddit, how did you waste your 20s? The latter half of my 20s were better because of dealing with the mistakes and hardships. It still wasn't what I'd ideally have wanted, but it was a massive improvement. I think people can be kinder to themselves here. Ideal change and realistic change are two very different things, and being able to change for the better is hard in its own right. By not being myself. I was fake until I was 28 years old. Took me a while to realize it. Spent 8 years of my 20s being some guy that I wasn't. Can you explain more? How were you fake? Who were you trying to be? I think so many people feel this way. I tried to become an actor by doing all the wrong things. I went to a prestigious acting school and spent my 20s attending workshops and courses. In my 30s, I pivoted to working on the production side and realized many of the successful actors I knew got there by attending the right parties and events. This is true in life in general. I've found, meeting people is the way to get opportunities. My whole career has been because of my network. People trust those they've already met and gotten a vibe for. Marrying the wrong person, just because I wanted to be married and start grown-up life. Kind of the same, but I don't regret the 2 awesome kids we have. We're also pretty good at being divorced, lol. I wasted my 20s trying to win the approval and respect of people who are barely blips on my radar now. Neglected my teeth, didn't put money on the side for retirement, and developed bad eating habits. Hello? Voice in my head? Is that you? Too much drinking. Didn't take uni, personal development, work, family, anything seriously. I wisened up in late 20s, but often think what I might have achieved by now if I wasn't a drunk mess from ages 18 to 28. Yup, I know that feeling. Cancer at 20, followed avid opiate abuse until I was about 26. Cleaned up, graduated college at 32 and got a good job. Very thankful my 30s are much better than my 20s. By being severely depressed and absolutely miserable and doing nothing about it for way too long. I just assumed I felt that way because I was a defective human being. It's only since realizing that my childhood was the reason for my pain that I could start to do something about it. Some people never get to that point. Thinking that I had no time to waste, got a master's, started a non-profit, and worked full-time in a new career. Only came home to change clothes, so I missed many family events and my family getting older. There are a lot of family photos that I'm not in. Are you still with your family? This is sad. Smoking weed, I'm still not anti-pot, but man, a person can waste a tremendous amount of time just chilling and being high. I later in life heard it said it makes it okay and fun to be bored. I understand why that can be bad now. Agreed. Yeah, sometimes I remember how much I tried for attention from certain people and how now I can't even remember their names. At the time it felt almost like life and death and would keep me awake at night when someone didn't like me. Being afraid to try new things. At this point I am not even sure if that is more my problem than my total lack of any motivation. But neither help. Sad face. Daydreaming too much with little action, tbh. Being insecure. Currently wasting 20 now by just being too tired/busy to do shit. LOL for the few slowpokes that keep replying to my comment. I work and go to school full time. I'm not just sitting around withering away. I was referring to doing things outside of those obligations. We all are FS like it's we know drinking excessive caffeine is gonna kill us, but we do need that boost to fuck it up / 28 here. Social anxiety and depression from bullying through school years made me self-isolate and have no friends as a result. Spent most my days in my room wasting life away. 32, same here. How the fuck do we even start living? I managed to get quite a bit of money working online, so am quite well off now, but still no life at all. Medical school, residency, fellowship. Missed out on so much time with family and friends for over a decade because I was never around. Couldn't be there for family or friends that needed me because I had too many obligations. Was looking for the med school comment. Being financially irresponsible, not saving or investing in the future. Thinking the easy times would last forever. Diagnosed with heart failure at 23. I wouldn't say I wasted my 20s, but it was spent keeping myself alive. Sorry, but glad you're still here. Took me a long time to gather the courage to reach out and get into therapy. I always distrusted psychologists and psychiatrists because my mother said hers were useless and annoying, so I thought they just didn't work. Once I started to see my psychologist, and later had a psychiatrist added to the service, I realized that the difference was that my mother never really believed she needed the help, so she didn't want it, while I did. I wish I'd done it sooner, would have spared myself some years of misery. Didn't have supportive parents growing up. Spent my 20s hating them and in my own anger rather than advancing myself and making a change. Yes, but how do you move on if what you need in your 20s is your parents' support? Dating losers and abusive men and thinking I could love them enough to make them whole. This has to be a thing that we teach young women. The whole "I can change him" is the oldest trap in the books. You can never fix anyone but yourself. Because only the individual who needs fixing has the tools. Deleted. In my mid-20s, I too feel quite pressurized and was very afraid of becoming a failure in their eyes. And now, I guess I truly am a failure for not being able to have a stable source of income. As a 19-year-old who's been quite financially irresponsible. This might be my wake-up call to change the direction of my financial habits from now on. Mental health, anxiety disorders. Weed. I was gonna clean my room until I got hot. I was gonna get up and find a broom, but then I got hot. My room is still messed up and I know why. Why, man? Because I got hot, because I got high, because I got hot. Working too damn much night shift. New nurse. Working too damn much overtime. I didn't date a variety of people. Just settled on the first one that showed any interest. Depression. Relationships. Not leaving them. I wasted my 20s on too much unnecessary information. By thinking my dream job/life would magically appear without me having to work for it, or hoping I'd suddenly win the lottery. Spent most of my 20s in college and serving in the Navy. Adjusting to civilian life was really hard. They don't teach you real-world skills in college and the military. I was walking through life at 30 like how a teenager would. What? Learning how to fold a t-shirt perfectly isn't relevant to the real world? /S. World of Warcraft. Mine was FFXI. Was looking for a similar answer. Totally regret it. On the other hand, I really miss it. Having kids way too early, but I love them. If you have them early, you have the energy for them, but finances are usually tighter. If you have them later, you can afford more as you are advanced in your career. But man, are you tired. Bone tired. Severe depression and anxiety from discrimination and bullying at school. Regret everything. The school. The hiding. The enduring. The silencing. Dropped out of community college to play video games full-time, got kicked out of parents' place, lived with a crazy lady for 3 years, got yelled at a lot for small things because I was playing my games all day. I still have not done a lot because I've been addicted most of my 20s. I'm 30 now and I'm finally comfortable now and video game free. It's a matter of opinion. I spent most of the time traveling and picking up whatever work I could find rather than establishing a career. Those experiences are unique and I hear from so many people that they could never do the same thing now. Still, I have regrets. I would have rather done what you did. 32 and still living this life. Champagne taste and a beer work ethic. Toxic relationships. Reading through comments like this. I started my 20s with a colossal fuck up, then spent a good portion of them with a lower salary that made things difficult. Hello everyone. Thanks for sticking to the end of this video. I really appreciate it. I just wanted to humbly ask you to subscribe to the channel. According to my statistics, 100% of my viewers in the past 28 days are not subscribed. I have always wanted this channel to reach 1,000 subscribers, and if you want to support and be a part of that, subscribe. It's free and it's an awesome way to support the channel. Thanks again. Reddit glitch out.